Have you ever felt a quiet emptiness deep inside, even when everything in your life seems fine on the surface? Maybe you're a devoted mother, a successful professional, or a caring friend, yet there's a part of you that feels unfulfilled, like you're wearing a mask that doesn't quite fit. I've felt that too, and I've seen it in so many women over the years, especially as we move into our 50s, 60s, and beyond, when life's demands can make us forget who we truly are. I've spent decades studying the human spirit, diving into the wisdom of Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in psychology, and I can tell you this: the secret to your deepest, most radiant confidence isn't out there in the world, it's within you, waiting to be rediscovered. In this video, we're going to explore 5 transformative steps inspired by Carl Jung to help you reconnect with your authentic self, heal your inner child, and step into a feminine confidence that lights up your life, no matter your age. Let's begin with the first step: listening to the whispers of your inner child. Carl Jung believed there's a part of you, a little girl deep inside who still holds the spark of your truest dreams, the ones you had before the world told you who you should be. She's your inner child, and she's been waiting patiently, often silenced by years of expectations, the pressure to be the perfect woman, the selfless caregiver, the flawless professional. But when you ignore her, you might feel that quiet ache, that sense that something's missing, even when your life looks good on the outside. Jung taught us that your inner child speaks through your emotions, your intuition, those subtle feelings that tell you when something isn't right. Maybe you felt drained after spending time with a friend who always complains, or maybe you've stayed in a situation that dims your light just to keep the peace. That discomfort is your inner child raising her hand saying, "This doesn't feel good for me." The first step to reclaiming your confidence is to listen to her, to notice those whispers, those moments when you feel out of alignment with your true self. So the next time you feel that unease, that quiet nudge in your heart, pause and ask yourself, what is my inner child trying to tell me? Maybe she's asking you to say no to something that doesn't serve you, or maybe she's longing for a moment of joy, a chance to laugh and play like you used to. When you start to hear her, you begin to reconnect with the woman you were always meant to be, the woman who shines with a confidence that comes from within, not from the approval of others. That's the first step on this journey, and it's a beautiful beginning to healing and rediscovering your true power. Now, let's explore how facing the hidden parts of yourself can unlock even more of that radiant confidence. We've started this journey by listening to the whispers of your inner child, that part of you who knows your truest self. But there's more to uncovering your radiant confidence, more ways to reconnect with the woman you were always meant to be. That brings us to the second step: facing the hidden parts of yourself, what Carl Jung called your shadow. I've spent decades helping women just like you, and I can tell you, the shadow isn't something to fear. It's a teacher, a guide to your deepest strength. Your shadow is made up of the parts of yourself you've pushed away, maybe your insecurities, your anger, or even desires you've been too ashamed to admit, like wanting to put yourself first sometimes. Jung said that everything that bothers you about others is a mirror to your own shadow. So the next time someone's behavior gets under your skin, whether it's a friend's selfishness or a colleague's harsh tone, ask yourself, what does this show me about myself? Maybe that selfishness stirs up a longing to prioritize your own needs, or that harsh tone reminds you of times you've silenced your own voice. When you face your shadow, you stop running from yourself, and you start to heal, to grow, to shine with a confidence that's unshakable, because it's rooted in self-acceptance, not in hiding who you are. This isn't always easy, but it's so freeing. and it opens the door to a deeper connection with your inner child, letting her light shine through without shame or fear. Now let's move to the third step, protecting your energy by setting boundaries. I've seen this transform so many lives, especially for women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, who often feel drained by the demands of others, whether it's a family member who always needs something or a friend who leaves you feeling empty after every conversation. Jung taught us that your unconscious speaks through your feelings, and if you're constantly exhausted, that's a sign you're giving too much, betraying your inner child's needs. Protecting your energy is an act of self-love, a way to honor your worth and reclaim your confidence. So, the next time someone asks for your time or energy, pause and ask yourself, does this lift me up or drain me? If it drains you, practice saying no, without guilt, without over-explaining, just a simple, I can't right now. It might feel hard at first, but every time you set that boundary, you're telling your inner child, you matter, your energy matters. And as you do, you'll feel a shift, a lightness, a strength that comes from living in alignment with your true self, a confidence that radiates from within. We've faced our shadow and started protecting our energy, but there's more to this journey of rediscovering your feminine power. We've already faced our shadow and learned to protect our energy, taking big steps toward reclaiming our feminine confidence. But there's more to this journey, more ways to fully step into the woman you were always meant to be. That brings us to the fourth step, living authentically through what Carl Jung called individuation. I've spent years guiding women just like you, and I can tell you, individuation is about becoming your truest self. Not the version the world expects you to be, not the one shaped by years of pleasing others, but the real you, the one who shines with a confidence that's unshakable because it's rooted in your essence. Jung believed that true fulfillment comes from integrating all parts of yourself, the light and the dark, the dreams you've held onto and the ones you've buried. For so many of us, especially as we get older, we've spent decades adapting, fitting into roles like the perfect mother, the selfless friend, the reliable worker. But in doing so, we've often lost touch with who we really are. Living authentically means letting go of those masks, saying no to the expectations that don't align with your heart, and yes to the things that make your soul come alive. It might mean speaking your truth, even when your voice shakes, or choosing to spend an afternoon doing something just for you, something that brings you joy without guilt. When you live this way, you honor your inner child and you'll feel a confidence that's magnetic, a radiance that comes from being true to yourself, not from trying to be someone else. That's the beauty of individuation, the beauty of stepping into your authentic feminine power, a power that grows stronger with every choice you make to be you, fully and unapologetically. Now let's start the fifth step, rediscovering and pursuing the dreams you've forgotten. I've seen this spark so much joy in women over the years, women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond, who thought their dreams were long gone, only to find them waiting, ready to be brought back to life. Jung believed that your inner child holds the key to your deepest desires, the ones you had before life's responsibilities took over, before you were told to put everyone else first. Maybe as a young girl, you dreamed of painting, of traveling, of writing stories, or simply of living a life full of laughter and freedom. Those dreams aren't gone. They're still there, tucked away in your unconscious, waiting for you to claim them. So take a moment to think about a dream you've set aside, something that once made your heart light up, and ask yourself, what small step can I take today to bring that dream back to life? Maybe it's signing up for a painting class, or planning a little trip, or just giving yourself permission to dream again. When you take that step, you'll feel your inner child come alive, and with her, a confidence that's been waiting to shine. We've started rediscovering our forgotten dreams, taking brave steps to bring them back to life, but there's more to this final step, more ways to fully embrace your feminine confidence and let it shine. Let's continue with the fifth step, practicing self-love and aligning with the universe's support. I have guided countless women through this journey, and I can tell you, self-love is the foundation of true confidence, especially for those of us in our 50s, 60s, and beyond, who've often been taught to put everyone else first. Carl Jung didn't use the term self-love directly, but his work points to this truth. When you honor your inner child, when you choose yourself, you unlock a radiant strength that nothing can dim. Self-love isn't selfish, it's sacred. It's filling your own cup so you can give from a place of abundance, not exhaustion. So try this simple practice. This week, set aside a moment just for you. Maybe sit with a cup of tea and your favorite song, or look in the mirror and say, "I'm proud of you. I see you as you do." Imagine your inner child smiling, feeling safe, feeling loved, and watch how that love reflects back in your confidence, in the way you carry yourself, the way you shine. When you love yourself this way, something magical happens, something Jung called synchronicity, where the universe seems to align with your truth. I've seen it so often. When you start living authentically, the right people, opportunities, and moments start showing up as if the world is conspiring to support you. Maybe you decide to pursue that old dream of painting, and suddenly you meet someone who invites you to an art class, or you set a boundary with a draining friend and new, uplifting friendships come your way. That's the universe responding to your courage, to your choice to live as your truest self. And it's a beautiful reminder that you're never too old to step into your power, to let your inner child dance with joy. Now let's bring this journey together. We've walked through 5 steps to reclaim your feminine confidence. Listening to your inner child, facing your shadow, protecting your energy, living authentically, and embracing self-love while aligning with the universe. Each step helps you reconnect with your truest self, the woman who shines with a confidence that's unshakable because it comes from within. I know life can feel heavy sometimes, but I promise, every choice you make to honor yourself brings you closer to a lightness, a joy, a strength you deserve. So, what step will you take today? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how this resonates with you. If this video spoke to your heart, please give it a like and subscribe to Ageless Philosophies for more wisdom to light your path. Here's to embracing your feminine confidence, to shining brightly, and to living a life that feels truly yours.